I want to show you how you could transition into cybersecurity using some of these security control families and your past experience. Let's check it out. So NIST has a bunch of security controls. So a security control is something that you could put in place that reduces or minimizes risk. So NIST, the National Institute of Standards and Technology, have come up with a document that has security controls, and those security controls could be grouped into security control families. All right, so I want to show you how you could transition into cybersecurity using some of these security control families and your past experience. Let's check it out. So here is a list of the security control families. Here you see AC, which stands for access control. So if you've ever worked as a help desk technician or computer repair person, then access control would be something that you're familiar with. Even if you haven't worked in IT, the fact that you've had a computer and you're able to add a username and password on your computer, or even access to applications, then you have in some way, shape, or form performed access control. Access control could also be a part of physical security, which we'll get to in a moment. But yeah, if you've worked on creating an account and added a password to the account so that only you or the person you created the account for has access to that system, then you've worked on this security control family, access control. Awareness and training, everyone should have experience with this because most people, when starting a job, you go with the awareness, security awareness training that job provides for you. So they'll tell you, oh, don't click on suspicious emails. Oh, this is sensitive information, and this is the way you should handle sensitive information. So that training that you take is part of awareness training. Another one is AU, audit and accountability. So this control deals with audit logs. So if you've ever worked in IT and you've enabled audit logs or you looked or reviewed audit logs to see, hey, what's the issue here? Then you have experience. You can transition that experience over into cybersecurity. Okay, if you've ever looked at audit logs to see who logged onto a system or what IP address, what was the source and destination IP address, then you have experience in this control family. Let's look at this other one, PE, physical environment protection. This has to do with security, like physical security. So if you've ever worked as a security guard, if you've ever worked as a bouncer or someone who prevented access to certain areas, physical access to certain areas, then you have experience with this. If you've ever created a sign-on sheet where people, visitors, or a visitor log where people that come into a facility sign on when they come in and the date and time that they come out, then you have experience with this. So if you've been a school teacher or someone who was at the front desk or a nurse or someone who worked in a doctor's office or an office where people had to sign in, then you have some experience in physical environment protection. If you've ever escorted someone, a visitor, into a facility, you have experience with this. If you've ever checked your fire extinguishers to see the status, if it's expired and the gauge is low, then you have experience with this. If you've ever worked um, at a data center where you've inspected the temperature, the room temperature, then you have experience here. Planning and program management. Now, if you've had any experience doing program management, like you've been a project manager, you've led meetings, you've taken attendance, you've recorded tasks and the risks and things of that nature, then you have experience here. Personnel security. If you ever worked as an HR staff, you've done background checks and any type of HR activity, exit interviews, then you have experience in the PS security control family. PT is um, dealing with PII. So if you've ever had any experience doing any type of privacy work, maybe at a hospital, you've dealt with like patient records, or you worked at an office and you dealt with people's, um, data, then you have some experience in this area. If you've ever worked on any type of privacy statements, where people had to sign and things of that nature, or you've worked as a credit collector or credit agent where you had to get people's personal information and had them sign documents, and then you have some experience in here. Let's see. If you've ever done any type of maintenance work, then you have experience in here, checking systems and things of that nature. Media protection, if you've ever done any type of backups to disk or backups to the cloud, then you have experience in this control family. Now, if you know of any other um, area where you can see that you've had some type of experience, um, let me know in the comments. All right, thank you.
Hey, if you're interested in any of my cybersecurity videos, here is one I would recommend for you. It's the Information System Security Officer Training. This course comes with tons of videos, a CAP, which is the Certified Authorization Professional Bootcamp. Comes with quizzes, comes with a certificate of completion, resume template, ebook, monthly live Q&A sessions, the ability to ask questions as well and get a response back in 48 hours. Also has interview prep and job prep. So this is a power-packed course. For more information, visit www.cyberfirstacademy.com. Thanks. Don't forget to subscribe and like. We're also on IG at CyberFirst Solutions. Thank you.